What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here on the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with a play-in edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks NBA edition. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me on this video. Goes a long way for you. That way you become apprised whenever great betting content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. Tanking is over with. We don't have to worry about the sucking for Wembanyama stuff anymore. We don't have to worry about Teo Maledon playing 43 minutes a night. We don't have to think twice about Milwaukee resting, every starter for 2 weeks, it feels like. Just telling you, we've had a lot of weird stuff in the NBA lately, but it gets clean. It gets easy. Well, unless you're a Minnesota fan like me, it gets fantastic because this is quote-unquote playoff basketball. The play-in tournament, 7 and 8 seeds facing off here on Monday. They're going to get 2 cracks at it, so this isn't a winner-take-all, but Titan rotations, that's the name of the game. New rotations if you're Minnesota. I can't even. Oh, let's just get into this slate. Bet 365, that's great stuff, though. Check out Ohio, Virginia, Colorado, New Jersey. Those are the 4 states where this is available. Bet 365, International Sportsbook, coming stateside. Great stuff. You deposit $10 or more at the link below. Bet $1, get $200 in bet credits. It's only if you're 21 and over. And if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. I just want to talk basketball again. Like normal basketball with my friends. It feels like it's been forever, but it's been like 3 days. Feels like 3 years. I missed you that much. Let's not make it weird. Let's just talk some basketball, alrighty? Yeah, let's start with the Eastern Conference. Atlanta, Miami. To the picks we go. We head to Miami here. Atlanta visiting them. 7 versus 8 matchup. Looking forward to this one. Think a small play on Atlanta might be in play, but it didn't make the lean like lock board because we already have props. They've been out for 2 days. I'm looking forward to this, but as it stands right now, feeling pretty good. Pretty good about Jimmy Butler's rebounding output here, perhaps. Now, Atlanta should be trying to push the pace like they always do. 4th at 101.3 possessions per 48 minutes, and that should give an opportunity to a guy like Jimmy Butler, who just long rebounds, lots of threes getting shot up by the likes of Trae Young, Sadiq Bey been playing big minutes for Atlanta, although DeAndre Hunter did play 27 minutes, then 17, just trying to work him up to speed there. See what they have available from him, but I expect both of them to have an opportunity to go out and play. And this is not a must-win type scenario, so I could see Sadiq Bey and DeAndre Hunter splitting some minutes there. But the main thing for me is Bam Adebayo. He's going to have himself a handful. Clint Capella, I find to be a decent big when you get to playoff time. Think that he can play decently in the pick and roll. And although Atlanta likes to go in pace, I do see longer rebounds, and that creates a possibility for Jimmy Butler, who should just be playing more minutes. I'm leaning towards the over of 6.5 for him. This is something that stands out on Odd Chopper. You can sign up for that in the video description box below. Odd Chopper Premium, 7 days at that. Great stuff. A market-based approach. We're trying to take advantage of the market, especially come playoff time. And these leans, these likes, these locks, should have explained this from the get-go, but I'm not necessarily looking to bet a unit and a half like I might on a lock during the regular season because there are just fewer games. We only have 2. But Jimmy Butler is the play that I'm thinking about the most here. I see those minutes trending up come playoff time here. And that's basically what this is, even though it's not technically the playoffs. But for this play-in game scenario, if it stays competitive, I see 40-plus minutes in the Lightning for Jimmy Butler. See it as something that's in play. You trim rotations down come playoff time and come must-win scenario type games. So Jimmy Butler over 6.5 rebounds, something that I'm toying with. All right, to the lock section. Just talked about being on and over, but I'm going to take the under of 226.5 for the entire game. Now, just talked about Atlanta playing up in pace, but how about Miami? 29th, 96.3 possessions per 48 minutes. Not only that, 113.2 adjusted offensive rating on dunks and threes. That is horrible. They are not a great offensive team. They're going to try to slow down the pace, try to make it a more methodical basketball game, play Eric Spoelstra, playoff basketball. You know what that entails. Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler. Go win us basketball games and then surround them with the corpse of Kyle Lowry and maybe Gabe Vincent playing decently well. Max Strus was dinged up, should be good to go here, but Kyle Lowry, he's the only piece questionable from this entire game that we're looking at here at the moment. So I think everybody's going to be just fine to go here. I think the under 226.5 projects out pretty nicely for a defensive forward Miami team and ill-adjusted offensive team there for Miami. And my lock, my favorite play from the Miami game here, it's Trae Young. It's an over. We have him at just 24.5 points for this game, and kind of counterintuitive to say I like the under of 226.5, but I'm going to lock the over. But this is just a pure usage thing. Come playoff time, you tighten the rotations, and you're going to play him massive minutes. Coming down the stretch, did you see how many minutes he was playing? We're talking 41, 39, 43 in 3 must-win spots where Atlanta was trying to shore up their spot here in the Eastern Conference, trying to move into the spot where you could win 2 or lose 1 game, win the other. You have 2 cracks at it to get into the playoffs in this scenario, and I think Trae Young is going to go out and chuck it. Whether or not it goes in or not, we shall find out. He's definitely been shooting it poor of late, but having not played basketball since April 7th, February 7th, that'd be a long time. I think he's going to be rested, ready to rock, averages 26.2 points per game as is. Of course, the Miami matchup, the slow matchup is why this is projecting out lower, but I find Trae Young to be the most appealing prop, the most appealing play from that game as of right now, Tuesday, April 11th. We've reached playoff basketball, but we haven't reached the end of this promotion, which means you get to see my happy face here for Bet365. You deposit $10 in the link below, bet $1 and get yourself $200 in bonus bets if you're in one of these 4 states: Colorado, New Jersey, Ohio, Virginia. 4 states that do not have an NBA team playing basketball here right now. So on Tuesday, you're just hanging out, you're having a beer with your buddies, kicking it back. Why not get in the action at Bet365 and get yourself $200 in bonus bets to fire up on Tuesday's NBA festivities? So again, Colorado, you're just sitting around waiting for the Nuggets to start. Ohio, Cavs, they're pretty good at basketball. We're going to be seeing them later in the week too. Virginia, you had a college national championship. That's cool stuff. In New Jersey, shout out Rutgers. But that's about it. What else is New Jersey? Newark. Newark's fantastic. If you're in Newark, check out Bet365. Anybody there in New Jersey, good stuff. Bet $1, get $200 in bonus bets. It's only if you're 21 and over. And if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, 1 game down, 1 to go. I'm not looking forward to this one. Let's get to the picks. My Minnesota Timberwolves go to Los Angeles to take on the Lakers. I don't know if you heard, but Rudy Gobert thought it was a good idea to go punch dummy on Kyle Anderson. Kyle Anderson said, "You be better, get blocks, you be." And then Kyle Anderson turned to Rudy Gobert and said, "Shut up." But actually, no, it was the other way around. Rudy Gobert looked at Kyle Anderson, and Kyle Anderson, apparently he's very dry and sarcastic. Didn't know that. I just know he plays basketball very slowly. Slow-mo, that's what it is. And then Jade McDaniels punches the wall and breaks his hand. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Why do the basketball gods hate me so much? What did I do to deserve this life of misery? Kevin Garnett is the best thing that we ever had. We're never getting him back. He doesn't even want to be associated with us. He won an NBA title in Boston. Everything sucks. Kevin McHale, Minnesota Gophers. He's also known for Boston. I don't understand. Latrell Sprewell punched a coach. Now we have Rudy Gobert punching Kyle Anderson. That was PJ Carlissimo back in the day. I'm just doing this all with my eyes closed because I can't take it anymore, everybody. Can't do it. Being a Minnesota sports fan is the worst thing that has ever happened to my life, which kind of makes it a nice life that I've been living. But for the most part, if you like sports like me, I kind of like sports. Kind of want to watch your teams win sometimes and not punch each other in the face and punch walls and break things and get suspended and stay home. But anyway, the Lakers are 7.5-point favorites here in this one. Going to be a pretty nice little total here, 231. And I'm actually leaning on the over of 231. Talked about Rudy Gobert. You can talk about it. He's got put in a blender by the Clippers in a couple of playoff series in days of yore where they went small ball 5. But, well, Rudy Gobert's not going to be there today, so that's cool. He's going to be home in Minnesota, thinking about Victor Wembanyama, national team implications, resting up. Can we get this $40 million a year off the books or something? What do we do? Can we get a refund? Can we just trade him back for Walker Kessler? What do we do? Over 231, though, projects out really well because you look at these two teams and Lakers, 6th in pace. They've been moving. LeBron James back in the mix. I think that's going to help in terms of pace. He plays less defense. D'Angelo Russell really plays less defense. D'Angelo Russell revenge spot? Ooh, that'll be enjoyable. Actually, I just have revenge on D'Angelo Russell. He should have been better with us. But I digress. I think the huge comparison, everything of this game goes towards my, -7.5 Lakers. they're just going to murder the Timberwolves. I don't see how a team deals with this. Sometimes this is what bands you together as a basketball team. Well, Mike Conley's buddies with Rudy Gobert, and Kyle Anderson seems like he was just kind of starting stuff, although he's been awesome for our basketball team here of late. But now we don't have our best defender in Jaden McDaniels. Yeah, you heard me, Rudy Gobert, our best defender, punching walls. What are we going to do? We're going to have in the pick and roll on Anthony Davis, Karl Anthony Towns guarding him on the perimeter. That's never gone well. We're going to have Taurean Prince play an influx of minutes. Awesome. Great. I hate it. I hate everything here. Except for Anthony Davis is going to smash the living F out of Karl Anthony Towns and what? Some combination of Nathan Knight and or Luka Garza? We're going to play Karl Anthony Towns like 44 minutes in this spot. Maybe 4 minutes of Nathan Knight. But Karl Anthony Towns gets in foul trouble. You're definitely bringing Nathan Knight off the bench because how else do you even get remotely close to containing Anthony Davis? Answer, you don't. And here's the thing. I know they were playing a lot of must-win games, but coming down to the end, they got a phenomenal draw. Other than that Clippers game, which was really, really wonky, I don't really know how to mine anything out of it. 34 minutes against Phoenix. They played the corpse of Phoenix. 34 minutes against Utah. They played the corpse of Utah. Just throwing it out there. Anthony Davis in the 3 games previous to that, 38, 38, and 40 points. Must-win scenarios, you're going to play through Anthony Davis if you're the Los Angeles Lakers. Plus, you're going to just torch Karl Anthony Towns in the pick and roll if they decide to do such things. Back to the basket, should be able to knock jumpers over Karl Anthony Towns. He's just not a good defender. The whole point, bringing Rudy Gobert in for this basketball team, so Karl Anthony Towns could play the 4, sit in the corner, guard some scrub, and let Rudy Gobert do the dirty work. Lakers are going to smash our faces. And then we're going to lock Anthony Davis for scoring over 25.5 points. I also saw better than 5-1 for 35 plus for Anthony Davis. Probably want to take a look at that too. I promise I'll be in a better mood like tomorrow when my team, well, they're not even eliminated. I'm going to have to talk about them again on Wednesday. If they win this game somehow, I'll be sad too because I will have lost money. But either way, we're not going to, so it doesn't really matter. Los Angeles gets it done. Anthony Davis smashes. We continue on. And that does it for another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Let me know in the comment section below what your favorite play is for Tuesday. Going to be a phenomenal slate. Can't wait to watch my team play basketball. It's going to be so great. I'm dead inside. But Bet365 makes me feel alive. Well, it's not even available in my state, but you have 4 states where it's available: Colorado, New Jersey, Ohio, Virginia. Good for you. You get more things to go your way and fewer things for me and my Minnesota fandom. Alrighty, y'all. I'll be back in a much better mood on Wednesday. Until then, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the NBA streets on Tuesday. I can't wait to get out of here.